Right guys, Jayden from Making Tracks Adventures here. We're with a friend, Steve Barker. How are you, mate?
I'm not so bad, mate.
Alright, so we're been travelling around Australia with you, and we thought we'd have a bit of a yarn because you've made a bit of a writer yourself, ain't you?
Yeah, I've had 3 books published so far, and the idea of this trip is to research for the next one.
Yeah, right.
Which I'll tell you a little bit about at the end.
Yep, so how did you start writing? What got you into writing?
I've always written short stories. However, when I went to Combat Stress, which is a hospital for British veterans who've got PTSD,
Yep.
they encouraged it because I had a flare there.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got home, and we all got locked down, remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, and it was, what can I do? So I sat down and wrote the first one.
Yep.
And that took 5 months to write.
Yep.
And then it was a case of editing, and it all takes a long time.
Yep. So you've how many books you got out now?
There's 3 out now.
3 out now?
Yeah.
Yep. So what are they called? What are they called?
The whole series is called Covert-ops.
Yep.
The first one is called Danger in Paradise, and that is about, there's a team of 5 of us. Well, there's 3 to start with, a specialist team, then they've all got PTSD, they're veterans, and we go to a Caribbean island to basically kick a drugs gang off the island to retrieve a vineyard for its owner.
Yeah, right, yep.
Yeah, and there's a lot of twists in there, you won't expect the end of it. Then we have Danger on the Island, which is actually based on the Isle of Wight where I live. So I know all the landmarks.
Yep.
And it says, you will uncover secrets that some people would prefer to remain hidden.
Yep.
So on there you've got drug smuggling, trafficking of people, arms dealing, the lot goes in that one.
Yeah.
And then we go all the way over to the Middle East on a made-up island called Mano.
Yep.
And that's about, it's called Covert-ops, the Golden Camel. That's about a organisation from India that recruits people to work in the oil field.
Yeah, right, yep.
Yeah, but they then take 80% of their wages, and if they don't pay, their families get beaten up.
Yeah, right, yep.
So there's a lot of twists and turns in that one.
Yep. So you're working on a new one, or?
Yeah, the next one will be called The Extraction.
Yep.
And I'm going to give you a bit of a layout then, as you asked. I was going to give it, but you asked it, so I'll give it now. All right, then. The idea of the 4th one is there's a young couple that get roped into drug smuggling. Now, one of them is Peruvian, and they don't want to get the authorities involved because in Peru, the penalty for drug smuggling is execution, death.
Yep.
So they've sent my team, that is now 5 people, in together, and they go over to the Caribbean because these people are being held in a makeshift camp in the middle of a rainforest, and they're going to be held hostage to get the money for the things. They're actually handed over by corrupt officials.
Yeah, right, yep.
But there's this thing to tell, only for this lot, so if you don't read it, you won't find out what's happening. Okay? When they get to the Caribbean and the campsite, they're not there.
Yeah, right.
Guess where they've gone? The outback in Australia.
Oh, that's awesome. So where can we get hold of your books?
They're all on Amazon.
Yep, all on Amazon.
They're actually published by Green Cat Books, which is a small publisher in the UK. But they're on Amazon, Waterstones, a lot of British sites.
Yep.
But for Australian people, you can get it on Amazon.
Sweet.
In fact, you can get it an ebook, paperback, hard book, or you can buy a box set.
I heard a little whisper you might be bringing out audio.
Yes, that is my next goal. Hopefully it'll be out soon because people like listening to audio, especially when you're driving. And if you're driving through the outback, what best to listen?
Yeah, I do love an audio book. Oh, guys, you heard the man. You know where to find them. Go check it out. We'll see you next one.
And here's a stinger this is a preview for Making Tracks. Okay?
Yep.
You give a number of subscriptions, and I will send the lucky winner a box set of all the 3. That's only for people who subscribe to Making Tracks.
Can't get a better deal than that one.
Yeah, well, I just want to add on the end of that, because I've got what they call complex military PTSD from my service in the military, which I forgot to mention, and that's what the books are based on. Now the question is, there's lots of people out there with PTSD and they look, how does writing help? Now it helps for a simple reason is, when you're having a bad day with your PTSD, instead of sitting there ruminating, getting angry, write it on paper. So you can write a book, you can put your PTSD into one of the characters, and trust me, it helps me a lot.